Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nambiar. I'm a 4th year medical student here in Malaysia. The title of this video is PCM Part 1, Year 4. And yep, you read it right. So that doesn't mean that I'm gonna make a part 2 of this video. And yes, I will make a part 2 of this video. But what I meant is the posting is literally divided into two, Part 1 and Part 2. How it started? Well, you see, I was supposed to have my face-to-face class in October, like my Year 4 was supposed to start face-to-face, not online, on the 12th of October. But on the 12th of October, we didn't go for our first class. We actually had registration to complete for that following semester, so we didn't actually go for our classes on that day. Technically, my first and last day of class began on the 13th of October. And on the 14th of October, the state of Selangor, Putrajaya, as well as KL, well, currently I'm in KL, Kuala Lumpur, went into Conditional Movement Control Order, CMCO. So technically, all forms of education, higher education included, they have to be shifted online. So only one day where we actually went to class, met the lecturer, sat down. The next day we were supposed to go to clinics, but then, class went online. We had a continuous assessment on the 3rd week, at the end of the 3rd week. What is the continuous assessment? Technically, at the end of every posting, we're supposed to have an end posting exam. In preclinicals, they would call it end block exam. So since we did not go for class, they actually shortened the duration of the posting to 3 weeks. They covered all the theories. So at the end of the 3rd week is when we had our continuous assessment. And no, that's not the end posting exam. That just contributes 30% to the end posting exam. The real end posting exam will actually take place in the second part. Now, all our postings in year 4 will be divided into two parts. We have part 1 and part 2. And part 1 will be all in the first part of the academic year, meaning the first semester of the academic year. And then the others will all take place in the next semester, in the following semester. So in the following semester, hopefully when things clear up, everything's better, there's no lockdown, we can go to hospitals, we can go to clinics, we can have bedside sessions. That's when we will have it. And by it, I mean like our clinicals, our hands-on, our bedside sessions, everything. And then at the end of those weeks, I don't know how many weeks it will take place for one posting. At the end of those weeks, we will have our end posting exam. So now that end posting exam will contribute 70%. And I'm just talking about this posting that I just went through. I'm not sure about other postings, so let's see. For the classes, well, as I said earlier, only one day was when we had it face-to-face, and the rest of it were brought online. So the platform that we used was Google Meet, and all of it was conducted in Google Meet. The classes usually start at 9:30 a.m. This is followed by a lunch break at 12 p.m. and the next session will start at 2 p.m. Most of the times our cameras were off and we were muted, but then we would just unmute just to answer the lecturer. However, there are times when actually we had to on our cameras. Yeah, it actually depends on the lecturer. So in total, my class has 28 students, and we were divided into two groups. We had Group A and Group B. And for Group A, these are the students who are here in Malaysia, and it consisted mostly Malaysians except one student. He's an international student, but he didn't go back, so he was able to join us for the face-to-face classes. So we had one students who are here in Malaysia, followed by the other one, we call them the international group, the international students, because they are actually not in Malaysia and they're overseas. well, they're all internationals. They went back to their homeland. So anyway, I didn't know why did I have to do that. There are times when we actually had to be divided into 3 groups. So when we were divided into 3 groups, we didn't follow like international and Malaysian. We just went by the name list. We had seminars and lectures. For seminars, the student has to present. So since we are divided into group A and group B, that particular topic, let's say we had to present something on hypertension, each group had to present. Let's say the topic today is on hypertension. Each particular group has to present. So let's say that presentation has 3 students. Group A has to present, Group B has to present as well simultaneously. So sometimes after we have gone through the whole name list, some students will end up presenting twice, like me. That's because we had more topics and less students to present. Now let's go to lectures. Lectures are conducted by the lecturers, meaning they actually hold a lecture. They teach us. They will project their slides onto Google Meet and then we will learn. They will teach us. And this is followed by a series of questions that they will provide at the end of the lecture. So sometimes they will give it in the form of OSCE, they will give it in the form of MEQs or MCQs. Usually for lectures, our groups will be divided into 3, but whereas for seminars, we're always divided into 2. So usually after every lectures, and for some seminars, not all seminars, the lecturers will provide us a series of questions, as I mentioned earlier, in the form of OSCEs, MEQs, and MCQs. This is like based on the topic. However, on the 3rd week, almost every day, we had practice sessions based on all the topics that we have studied. This is including the seminars as well as the lectures. We will have practice sessions on them. So it's nice. It actually, I really like that. I like practice sessions. For the clinical exposure, no, we did not have any form of clinical exposure for this posting. All of it will be in the second part of the posting. As I mentioned earlier, my first and last day of class began on the 13th of October, and then 14th of October we went online. On the 14th of October, that was when the state of Selangor as well as KL Putrajaya went into Conditional Movement Control Order, CMCO. So all higher educations and any form of educations were to close, and all of it were to be conducted online. It was supposed to last for 2 weeks, but after 2 weeks, they extended it for another 2 weeks. So here we are. I mean, we were supposed to have our exam on the 3rd week face-to-face, but obviously that did not happen. We had it online. For the exam is actually the continuous assessment, 30% of final grade. Hey guys, so today I'll be sitting for my continuous assessment for my first posting in year 4, and just had breakfast. I'm kind of nervous. Actually, no, like, I mean, I don't even know what to study anymore. It's not as heavy as other postings because it's just, you know, primary care medicine. But then primary care medicine like encompass everything, but at the same time, like, we were given a list of topics that we were supposed to study, so you know, everything's just going to be from there. But I hope there are no surprises, like, I don't know, something from last year. So this continuous assessment encompass 30% of the final and posting exam. We're gonna have 10 SRAs and 5 OSCEs. A little bit nervous, but then yeah, everything's gonna be okay. Hopefully it goes over smoothly. So now I'm like just walking around the house, going through my notes. The exam will start at 10 and now it's 8:40. So plenty of time. Okay guys, it's 9:38 a.m. and the lecturer just messaged. She said that we have a briefing at 9:45 and she sent the Google Meet link. So why am I so scared? No, it's just exam. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually in my room. I actually prefer studying here. I don't know, like before this I was sitting outside on the dining table, just studying there, my monitor there, my laptop there. And then when my friend comes over, then I will use the TV as the second monitor if there's a class going on. But like I realize it's actually more comfy here. The ambience is just nicer. So I've been like studying here when I'm alone. It's 9:43. I'm gonna join the meeting now. It's 11:33 and I just finished my exam. I just finished my continuous assessment for rotation 1A PCM primary care medicine. Goodbye. See you again in rotation B. Yeah, rotation B. So the other half of it, we will go to clinic kesehatan hopefully, and then we will have our end posting exam, and that will be 70%. Plus is 30%. So let's see. Hopefully I pass. Bye guys. So we had 20 MCQs as well as 5 OSCE. Our exam actually started at 10 a.m. What happened on that day was the lecturer sent us a Google Meet link and we all joined it. We had a briefing at 9:45 and we were briefed how it was supposed to go. After MCQs, we had to send in our documents to a Google Drive file, and that will be for a certain amount of time. After that, we can hand it in, and then after that, we start our OSCEs, and then the same thing again. So throughout the whole session, we were on call. We weren't allowed to leave the group, and we didn't have to on our cameras as well as to unmute ourselves. We just had to stay on call, that's all. Our exam started with MCQs first, 20 MCQs at 10 a.m. And we were given 30 minutes to answer them. They were nice, they were quick, we had it done rather fast, handed in our documents, and the OSCE started at 10:40 if I'm not mistaken. We had 5 sets of OSCEs, 5 exhibits. For each exhibit, actually, there are like a series of questions. They're not so long, but some of them do require some explanation, but not all of them, just like selected fews. Anyway, we were given 30 minutes. Most of us were just like taking our time to type, or we were just like, thinking what's the answer, referring. Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about. I did not say that. We did not have enough time because when 11:10 came and our lecturer asked us to hand in the documents, we couldn't hand in the documents because most of us haven't finished. It's like we didn't have enough time. We were like nicely taking our time, and not to say nicely taking our time, it's just that we didn't have enough time. So I remembered when the lecturer asked us to hand in, I was still like exhibit 3, so most of us delayed handing in for like about 10 to 15 minutes. And yeah, basically that was it, and that concludes my first part of my PCM posting. For those of you who don't know what PCM is, it's primary care medicine. That's it for this video. I hope you found this video informative. Give this video a like if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. So take care guys. Bye.